In this video, we will see how to use Simplify360 for publishing on social media. Right now, I'm logged in as a member, and this member requires an approval of an admin to publish anything. This setting of approval can either be enabled or disabled as per your team's structure. Now, in order to publish, you first go to your publish section and then you click on new. Now let's imagine that we are publishing or promoting our new blog post. So I'll go to my blog post, copy the title and copy the link. You don't have to sort anywhere else. Simplify360 provides a URL sorter. You can integrate your Bitly account so that you can use Bitly URL sorter. So once you have sorted your URL and your text is ready, you can choose from where you want to publish. So let me select my LinkedIn groups, company page, Facebook page, and my Twitter channel. Now as soon as I've chosen the channels, different options have started appearing. I can, once I'm satisfied with my post, now I can either choose to publish it now or I can schedule it later. But for now, let me publish right now. Now before I send this post for approval, I need to select my profile. This profile is synced with my profile which I have created in Listen. So based on your different profiles, you can choose from the list. Now once you have done, you can send for approval. So now the message is successfully sent for approval. Now an admin on the other hand of side, this is my admin login, and this is the email of an admin. So in my uh, admin's email, you will see that the admin will receive a message saying that message approval is required, and it will have all the details of priority and the ticket ID. Now let me go to the admin panel. So in my admin panel, I'll click on publish, and then I will check my Simplify360 profile, and I'll click on pending. So when I click on my pending, I'll see the pending messages which requires approval. Now in this case, admin can either approve or reject or edit and then publish again. So right now I can choose to publish. As soon as I click on this one, it will be sent to all the social networking right now. Or if I am not satisfied, I can simply delete. And once I click on this case detail form appears, which you can customize to your own need. So I can ignore this one right now. This is another post which is pending from approval. I can even delete this one. So this way a member can publish content on social media and admin can supervise it. Now let me go and give you another example. I'll click on new again, and this time I'll choose another blog post called 4 reasons why marketers should be on Pinterest. So let me click on new. Let me repeat. Let me take the URL, select, shrink. Now let me schedule this for, let's say, on Saturday. I want it to go at 6:20 p.m. and I want to choose from my Simplify360 account. I'll choose my profile. Now I can even choose a time zone from which I want to send. I can choose either from IST time or whichever time zone you are present in. So let me right now leave it as IST. So this 6:20 p.m. is the IST time. Now I will send for approval. Now I'll go back. I'll just go to the scheduled post and see that there is no post which is being scheduled, because the post which I have scheduled right now is pending in my admin panel. So when admin logs in, now he will be receiving an email notification, or in the system itself there is this notification bar which gives you the latest notification saying that the message approval is required. So now let me click on my profile and let me click on pending. Now this is a pending message, so let me approve this one. Now I can simply give, this is promotion, share. Now this is just an example of how you can record all your activity. Look at this. This form can be customized as per your need. Now the post is being scheduled. Now I go back to my member profile and I'll refresh this, and you'll see that for Saturday a post has been scheduled. So this way you can schedule a post. Now there's more to publishing that you can do. I've shown you how to publish, how to send for approval, how to schedule your messages, how to choose your time zone. Now there is another option called long and short messages. Now this is especially a case with Twitter, which has only 140 character, and if you want to send or publish this long message, I can go click on long, paste my message here, and let's say this is a headline, so I can choose my headline, and then I can put here. Now I can choose to schedule this one as well for Sunday 2:30 p.m. Now I can choose to publish this from my Twitter handle to Twitter handle, choose my profile, and then send for approval. Now what happens is when I choose on long, this is the post which will get tweeted, and this URL will redirect the visitor to a different landing page which will contain this long message. So if you are sending a long paragraph of messages, you can choose long and short to share those long messages. Now I'll send for approval. So message has been sent for approval. I'll go back to my admin. I'll check for pending messages. You can see that this is pending. This is the URL. Now if I just try to open this URL in new window, you will see that this is how the long messages will be seen. So when a user clicks on this link, they will come to this landing page. Now let me approve this message as well. It's promotion and save. So let me go back again. So now I'll click on refresh schedule. So I'll see there is two messages which has been scheduled, one on Saturday and the other one is on Sunday. So this way I can publish, schedule messages, send for approval, and also publish long messages. Now beside this basic functionality of publishing, you can view your sent messages, your failed messages, your pending messages, your rejected messages. You can also go to settings, and there's options called manage response and manage stopwords. Now this is something that we'll look into another section on how to respond to messages using Simplify 360. In this video we will see how we can use Simplify 360 to respond on social media. So now you can see that there are a lot of messages that you can see on your engagement console. Let me go to this another tab called new lead, where basically I am monitoring relevant conversations around social media analytics and social media monitoring. And if I want to reply to this particular message as a member, I will have to need an approval. So I'll click on mention and it will open my respond UI. Now here I can type a message saying, "Hi, you might be interested in our product Simplify 360, let me know." So once I've written this message, I want to reply. So I'll choose Simplify 360 brand. Now I can choose to uh, respond it later, or simply send for approval. Now let me send this for approval. Now this is basically a lead that I'm trying to generate here. So I would like to enter some of the detail here and then save the response. Now when I go back to my admin account, I will see in my notification that a new message has appeared for approval. I'll go and click on pending and I'll see that the message which was written right now is here for approval. Now, so in this response, I can choose to edit, and so I can say something like, "You might be interested. No, you would need a demo." So once I'm satisfied with this edited version, I can choose a time and then schedule it or send now. So this is one way of approving a response. Now let me go back to my member settings and check on another messages. So let me say if I want to respond to this one question as they mentioned. So there is more in Simplify 360 for responding to messages. Now I will choose my profile. Now I can compose a new message, or I can choose from the response template which has been saved earlier by the admin. So I can say maybe this is the one which I want to respond. So I can choose a message, a predefined message from my response template, and then send this one for approval. I can also go and let's suppose there's something being talked about metrics over here and respond to this one. Now I've shown you how to use from response template. I'll have to choose my template. Let's suppose if this question is around metrics and a member needs to be informed about different metrics that are available in Simplify 360. So he can access in this FAQ something like listening and all the related information about Simplify 360 that a member needs to know is available in the Simplify 360's own knowledge repository, which has been created prior by an admin. So I can see what kind of metrics are available on dashboard. I can choose this one and view these messages so that I can respond to this particular person saying, here we have Twitter users, applications, and OS details, or listening something like if I'm also interested in dashboards, so I can see what are the details of Simplify 360's dashboard. So I can use this information and compose a message uh, by saying something like, hi, like you might be interested in our Twitter applications user OS details, which Simplify 360 captures with dashboard. So here I'm using the FAQ available at Simplify 360 to respond to a message that is relevant to my business. So here is a message, here is a response template. Now I'll come to this details later. Basically right now I can send this one for approval. So this way I can respond to messages in Simplify 360. Now there is also another way of responding to messages, and that is by going to listen and not in publish, but to the listen and going to messages. Now this is a profile which is associated with Simplify 360. So in my message there is something called inbox, where all the messages which has been assigned to me will be available. So here I can see all the new messages which has been approved, rejected, all the activities. So here I will see that if I come down, I'll see that this message has been assigned to me. So I can get to the details of this. So I can say that it was assigned to me on this particular date, the priority is high. So here I can respond by simply clicking on this one. Now when I respond from this message section, a similar response UI appears, and there are more details that you can see over here, like for example work history, which basically gives me detail about this particular assignment. I can see the details when it was logged, when it was signed. I can now choose from my response template to respond to Atikur here, and I can maybe use this one. Now I can also go to FAQ to find more information if there is about the influence. Let me check if there's anything on influence or dashboards. I can see details about filters. So I can use this FAQ to understand uh, about the product and about the information, so that I can use this one to answer to this particular message. I can use a response template which is already there. Now there's also something called lead details, which is basically the details of this particular person, which will be added by the admin uh, in order to view this particular information. So right now I can send this one for approval. I can say lead response, then save. Now once I go back to my admin panel and I visit my listen, go to my message, and I'll check my pending messages. Now you can also view the pending messages on top, which gives you detail of which message is pending for approval, or I can simply click on pending messages, and then I'll see that this message is pending. I can see the message which has been responded. So based on the criteria, that if I find this response is good, I'll approve it, or I will edit and approve it. Now there's also an option here called add lead, which I showed you earlier. Now this is an admin, so I can click on this one and try to view this profile on Twitter. Now I can check and I can say add as a lead, add new lead. So it'll pick up this name. Now I can simply get some details from his profile. Media, and then save. I'll have the company name as this one. So the lead has been successfully saved, and I can update this lead at any other point of time. Now when I go back to my response, now you'll see that in my response I can go to messages, and I can check my inbox for any new message. Try to respond this again. You'll see that the lead details now appears as the name. Now based on different interactions, now this information will be filled so that the member will have access to all the details of this particular person which they are responding. So this way you can use the response system in order to reply to messages and also view details about the person to whom you are engaging with.